I'm here with David Asplin, and we're going to talk this morning about how composing and arranging happens. I asked David if he could arrange a piece for me for Christmas Eve to play for 2 trumpets and piano, and he's going to do the Angel Gabriel from Heaven Came. So, David, I wanted to do a piece that you knew or liked, or I wanted to give you some freedom in that, but I think you heard that song and just ran with it. Did you know that carol?
Yes, I knew the carol, and I've sung it many times, and so I thought it was a good, lively piece to arrange.
Yeah, because it's kind of multimeter.
Uh-huh.
It's a little more obscure. I'm not that familiar with it, except that there's a sting recording of it.
Oh.
That's how I was introduced to it. So I didn't sing it in church growing up. So, well, tell me what you've done with it then, since having that idea planted.
What I do first is I play through the piece several times, and I try to get different ideas, and I write down the different ideas. And I work in sort of what I call constellation way. I have different ideas that come to me, and then I glue it all together into a whole as I compose or as I arrange.
Mm-hmm.
So for this piece, I needed to look at the harmony first, see the phrase shapes, see the cadences, and then see the modulation to the relative major from A minor, and then work with it from there, from that aspect, and then see how I could embellish the harmonies, and then I thought about the melodic aspects, and about writing counter melodies for it and that kind of thing.
Do you think genre? Do you think I want this to sound jazzy, or I want this to sound Middle Eastern, or I want this to sound? Do you think in that term?
It's a Basque carol, so I'm not sure how old it is, but I certainly wanted to keep it sort of in the character that the piece was originally written in, rather than stick it into a different genre altogether.
Mm-hmm. Have you done anything for trumpets, or like solo or duet trumpets before?
No, I haven't.
So this is the first chance to do it.
Yeah.
What challenges did that present you?
The range was fine. The challenge I found was that there were only 2 trumpets rather than 3, which would allow me to give the whole triads or something like that, whole chordal structure. So I had to. You have to use the piano as a 3rd instrument or 4th instrument to do that.
Mm-hmm. Do you set down? I guess the creative process is hard to stimulate. So do you set a time and I'm going to work from here to here, or are you just thinking about it in the shower all the time and then you get an idea and you run with it, or do you wake up in the middle of the night with the inspiration, or what happens?
I've learned to be pretty methodical, or to be able to be pretty methodical, just to turn on the compositional process when I need to. But often when I'm driving in the car alone, or sitting at home alone, doing housework or something, I'm singing it in my head, and I'm trying different things, and I'll run to the piano, and if it's something I like, I'll write it down. So,
do you carry a little recorder or anything? Or?
No. I always work on paper, and I think I'm one of the last folks that still writes on paper.
Yeah. Well, thanks a ton for doing this, and I'm really excited to see how it comes out.
Thank you.